my head. It just keeps haunting me. These people must be Bogdanov's grandparents. Could the little boy in the middle be Vasily? It looks like a text, I suppose. Handwritten? Maybe it is in Russian and left over from his days there. And a 7-digit number at the bottom. I should capture these, just in case. Hi, Monica. I'm back.
Hello, Officer Wallace. Good to see you again.
Do you think Mr. Bogdanov was happy in the Union?
Of course he was. Why wouldn't he have been happy?
Well, being a recent immigrant can be quite difficult. He came from a very different environment.
Well, let me tell you, I think he has made to live here. I don't know what kind of life he experienced in that rogue state, but he definitely belonged here from the start.
You seem so certain about this.
You would be too if you knew him, in the sense that I did.
How would you describe your working relationship with Mr. Bogdanov?
It was utterly professional. I learned a great deal about the business world from him.
What about the pay?
I'm not in this for the money. I'm here to gain professional experience. Taking this position was a career move, and I feel like I've been compensated in other, more intangible ways.
I wonder which position you're referring to.
My position as a junior sales clerk, of course. Actually, Mr. Bogdanov was planning on promoting me to a senior position. We will see if that promotion happens now that he's deceased.
So, you're very happy about working here?
I'm ecstatic with this position, completely fulfilled. But of course, things will be different now that Mr. Bogdanov is no longer with us.
To your knowledge, was Mr. Bogdanov involved in any other business venture?
Yes, I am aware of another venture of his.
And that would be?
He had a lucrative art consultancy business on the side. He was a man of refined taste.
He must have been so classy. I wish I could have met this man. By the way, do you have any other information regarding this art consultancy venture of his?
Oh no, my job here is strictly on the floor. He wanted me here, where I could stay on top of things.
Oh, you must be a very efficient worker.
That's what Mr. Bogdanov used to tell me.
Do you have a regular group of customers here at the Thing Store?
Yes, of course, Officer Wallace. We have regulars here.
So, how often do these regulars visit?
They come by a couple of times a week, although there are a few that visit more often.
More often than twice a week?
Yes, these are very special customers. Mr. Bogdanov takes them directly up to his office.
So, tell me about the girls you work with. How about Piper?
Piper. So what do you want to know?
What kind of working relationship do you have?
We have a relationship built on respect. She is an exemplary Thing Store sales clerk, very devoted to her job and to pleasing her customers.
I can't wait to meet this young lady.
Oh, you will, when she comes back from the islands.
Yes, I'm sure she'll provide valuable insight regarding Mr. Bogdanov and his case.
I doubt if anyone can be as helpful as I have been.
Why is that?
Because Piper wasn't able to get as close to Mr. Bogdanov.
I learned so much about working on this shop floor from you, Monica, and your personal insight regarding Mr. Bogdanov. Thank you.
Of course, Officer Wallace. You know where to find me if the system needs my assistance.
Yes, of course. Goodbye, Monica.
Goodbye, Officer Wallace.
All that talk and effort. The result is nothing but useless gossip.
Hello, Katie. How are you doing now?
I'm doing better, I guess. I'm still shaken.
Can I ask you some more questions?
Certainly.
Katie, I need your opinion about Mr. Bogdanov's recent erratic behavior. I know you told me before. It is not your domain, but unfortunately, we do not have Mr. Bogdanov around to make this assessment with anymore. I need your help.
I told you I cannot help you. Why don't you go and talk to his therapist?
I already have. She did not experience the irrational behavior, so she could not help me.
You're forcing me to make an opinion on something that I'm not authorized for.
I will not add it to my report as an expert opinion. I really need your help here.
Okay, I'll do what I can. I think his behavior could be best described as hyper-emotional and aggressive behavior. It seemed like he had no control over his feelings. And these extreme feelings were the driving force behind his aggressiveness.
Do you think he had a problem fitting in?
I suspect he was not completely comfortable here. I think he was lacking self-confidence. I tried to help him improve his self-confidence, but his physical appearance discouraged him.
But you loved him, nevertheless.
Of course. He was so much in need of love and acceptance. Like a little boy. Oh, I miss him already.
I've taken enough of your time today, Kati. We can continue later.
Sure. As you wish.
Thanks for your help.
Glad to be of service to the system.
So, Bogdanov had no control over his feelings and acted aggressive? Hyper-emotional and aggressive?
Hello, Pierre. Do you have some time for a few questions?
I guess I do. Whatever.
What was your business relationship with Mr. Bogdanov?
Well, we were partners, of course.
And who had the upper hand?
We were beyond that, Phoenix. We had a common understanding that neither one of us had the upper hand.
So, I assume it was a 50-50 partnership.
That's it. We split everything, even Steven.
So, who was responsible for what in this partnership?
Well, we were like the two halves of an apple. I would provide creativity, and he'd deal with sales and marketing.
And I suppose these two halves completed the apple?
Yeah, you could say that. Hey, you're smarter than you look.
Thank you for the kind words, Pierre. You have a way of making a woman feel fabulous.
My pleasure, Phoenix. And let me tell you, I don't compliment every woman I come across.
I'm so flattered, Pierre. I don't know what to say.
You just let me know if you want me to make you feel even better. They don't call me Hot Pants for nothing.
What is your area of specialty in art?
I'm really good at experimental abstract 3D formations.
Oh, that sounds complicated.
Oh, yeah, it sure is.
So, what exactly do you create?
I create objects d'art. All sorts of it.
Do you mind if I take a look at some of your objet d'art?
Be my guest, doll. I'll show you anything you want to see. My art and beyond.
Thanks. I'll take a look on my way out.
You can take a look right now. It's all here.
What's all here?
Come on, baby. You're looking at it.
I think I understand what you're referring to, and I regret to say I'm here for official business only.
Have it your way, you stick in the mud. It's your loss.
Pierre, I need some fresh air. Maybe we'll continue our chat some other day.
Sure.
I cannot believe it. Can it get more disgusting than this? I've got to get out of here. Oh, I gotta go now.
Hi, Ingrid.
Hello, Phoenix. How are you today?
Very well, thank you. And you?
They're good.
Where are the novices from this year?
Generally from Russia and the Middle East. We do not have many Chinese.
I don't understand why we get Chinese novices anyhow. Isn't there a big immigration academy in Hong Kong?
Oh, there sure is. However, China is very big. From what I understand, it is less difficult for some Chinese to travel west through the Union-controlled Central Asia than to Russia, as opposed to reaching Hong Kong. You know, the Chinese are not happy at all about the new Hong Kong lease of the 2030s.
Why aren't they happy about the lease?
You see, there was a previous Hong Kong lease for 99 years, between 1898 till 1997. Then, Hong Kong joined back to China. But when China got into a war with India and Russia over Tibet, they had to borrow funds from the Union, which they could not pay back in time. Then the Union and the Chinese leaders agreed on the compromise, a second lease of Hong Kong for another 99 years.
So they paid their debt with a new lease. Why are they upset over it?
I think it hurt their pride more than anything else.
I need to get going.
That must be Ms. Al-Hayani.
Hello, Ms. Al-Hayani. My name is Phoenix Wallace. I'm a senior peace officer here at the center. I will be conducting your security screening interview. Did I pronounce your name right?
Oh, just call me Shakira, Officer Wallace.
Okay, Shakira. Now, I'm going to give you a small brief about the procedure.
Sure.
You're here today because you passed all necessary tests required for you to become a World Union citizen.
Yes, I know, I'm so happy.
I can see that. I'm here today to evaluate your citizenship application from a security perspective.
Sure. I'll show you that I am no threat to the Union. I admire everything about it.
I'm sure you do. But we need to evaluate your fitness to our society from a security point of view.
I understand, Officer Wallace. I can only imagine how bad people are trying to force their way into the Union.
Yes, they are. Shall we start?
I'm ready.
Can you please tell me about your childhood?
Sure. I was born and raised in Beirut.
And your biological family?
My biological father is a local merchant. My bio mother is a housewife, and I'm their only child.
Did you have a pleasant childhood?
Oh, yes. My parents sent me to the best schools. My English was perfect when I arrived here, you know. There are so many applicants. They come here, and they don't even know how to speak English. I mean, hello?
They learn it pretty fast with the accelerated programs, though, don't they?
Well, of course they do. But they always have this really thick accent. Oh, I love your accent. I wish I could talk like you someday.
I'm sure you will. Is your biological family rich?
Oh, yes, they are. That's how I could afford the Immigration Academy.
I see. What is your vision of the World Union?
It's simply the best place to be. I love the fashion there. It changes so rapidly. I can simply spend my entire time shopping.
You like shopping, huh?
Yes, of course. Who doesn't?
Did you get to shop a lot in Beirut?
Sure. As I mentioned, my biological father was a merchant. He had access to almost everything.
Including illegal trade?
No, of course not. Although, I have to admit, he used to trade tobacco products. It's legal in the Arab League, you know.
Used to? He doesn't do it anymore.
No. He's heavily involved with the trade in the World Union now, and his trade partners brought the condition of not trading substances that the Union considers illegal.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. He is now a World Union certified trading partner.
What is the first thing you want to do in the World Union?
I want to shop till I drop.
Do you know where you want to live?
I was thinking London or Paris. What do you think?
Those are fabulous cities to live in. But they're also very expensive.
That's okay. I brought a lot of money with me.
What about work?
I'll find something to do. I'm not worried.
What's your educational background in?
I studied English language.
What career are you planning to pursue in the Union?
I'm not sure. What do you think I should do?
Well, how can I make a scientific comment about it? I don't know your qualifications.
Oh. I am very good at English.
That is very good. But so are many others.
I'm very good at spending money.
Maybe you can have a career in retail, as a buyer.
I would need to go to school for that, right? Boring. Oh well, I'm sure I'll find something.
What was the best part of the Immigration Academy?
Classes, I suppose.
Which ones in particular?
Well, what can I say? Physical education was my favorite. I'm very fit, you know. I used to run 1500.
1500? That's the toughest track race. How good were you?
My best was 4 minutes 10.
Wow. It's a very respectable pace. I am impressed.
Well, my coaches said I could have done much better. But it started to get boring. Constantly doing laps around the track. It eventually gets to you. You know?
What is your definition of happiness?
Happiness is freely floating around and buying whatever you want.
Can you elaborate?
I want to be free and go wherever I want without any interruptions from my biological parents. And I have the money. I want to spend it any way I want.
What about partners and friends?
Yeah, they make me happy too. But they never last long. My sexual partners are usually not good enough for me.
Did you have multiple partners in Beirut?
Of course. It was so easy to get what you want from guys. They are all the same, you know, wherever you go in the world.
Tell me about the conditions in Beirut.
Beirut? It's okay, but it's small. There aren't many places to go.
So it wasn't bad after all?
Of course not. They used to call it the Paris of the East, don't you know?
No, I didn't. Did you enjoy living there?
It was all right. But not good enough for me. I know I can have a much better life here, in the Union.
Right. Why did you decide to immigrate to the World Union?
I needed more space, you know?
That's it? You needed more space?
Of course not. Also, my parents, my bio parents, were starting to get on my nerves.
Why? What were they doing?
Well, they wanted me to get married. I mean, get into a nuptial agreement.
Did they make demands on you?
Sure, plenty. It is a part of the rogue state reality. Gotta get a nuptial agreement. I was having a lot of fun, as it was. Getting married was the last thing I wanted to do.
Did you live with your biological family in Beirut?
Yes, unfortunately I did.
Can you elaborate?
Well, we had a big house and all, but still, I had to report to my bio parents all the time. It was so boring.
You couldn't leave the house.
Of course I could, but I had to consult with them all the time.
You must be joking.
No, I had to consult with my biological parents for anything.
Were they mean to you?
Oh no, never. But still, it was some kind of torture, I suppose.
Well, I think I can see that. And let me tell you that your days as a sufferer are over. My indicators show that you are fit to live in the Union Society. You have no obstacles to become a Union citizen. Congratulations, Shakira.
Oh, thank you, officer. Thank you very much.
She was so indifferent to life. Doesn't exactly know what she wants to do. But that's okay. She'll make a good citizen. That must be...
Hello, Ms. Can you please tell me about your childhood? What is your understanding of a profitable commitment?
You buy for less and sell for more. I learned that from my dad. My biological father, I mean.
That is a good way to put it. But what do you understand from that?
I understand that if someone is selling an item for less, you should go and buy it from him. And when you are selling something, you should sell it for more than what you paid.
You are right on the spot, Shakira. Very well put.
My biological father wanted me to work for him, but I declined. I wanted to come here so bad.
Do you believe in economical principles?
Of course I do. It all makes sense. The world depends on the applications of these principles. If they weren't used, everything would stop, and we would all suffer.
Yes, we would. Did you live economically in your previous life?
Oh, definitely. We were a trade family.
Did you work?
Yes, I worked with my bio father.
What is the first thing? What career are you planning to pursue? What was the worst thing about the Immigration Academy?
The accommodations were weak, but I can take that for a short period. The men there sucked, though.
They did what?
Oh, they weren't good enough. I couldn't find anyone that was of interest to me. I can't wait to get my hands on the Union men. I heard so much about them.
World Union men can be very difficult.
So I heard. But I'm not worried at all. I have my ways with men.
Well, that's an important survival tool.
Sure is.
What is your definition of happiness? Do you feel totally repentant from your past actions?
Well, I can't really say that I have a lot to repent for.
You don't?
I was the only one in my personal confession class that didn't have anything to confess.
How come?
Well, I suppose I must have been living the World Union way all along.
That's pretty amazing. I wonder how it was possible.
When you have enough money, anything is possible, Officer Wallace.
Can we say that you're a spoiled brat?
A spoiled what?
A spoiled brat.
What does that mean? Is it some kind of food that has gone bad?
No, it means someone that received too much attention from her biological parents.
Are you accusing me of something?
No, I just need to know if you were spoiled by your biological parents.
How can they spoil me? I don't understand.
By wanting to give you everything you want.
What's wrong with that?
You tell me.
There's nothing wrong with that. Jeez.
Tell me, Shakira, do you have any propensity to work?
Of course I do. Why shouldn't I?
You haven't decided about your work, You are saying you'll figure it out, but I'm not sure.
Of course I will.
You're not very convincing. It seems to me like you'll just find someone to hold on to, like your biofather.
No, I'm not. I assure you, I will work very hard.
I think you're going to spend the money you bring in, and then become a liability to our system.
No, I won't, I promise.
You're lying.
No, I'm not lying.
Yes, you are. I can see the indicators here. It's all very scientific.
I will work very hard. I promise I will. Please.
I don't see any indicator action here. You're not very convincing, Shakira. This equipment is not one of your men that you can easily manipulate.
Isn't my word good enough?
I'm afraid not. Sorry, Shakira. You need to face the truth. Nobody can fool these computers, and we always base our decisions on scientific findings in the World Union.
What does your findings say about me?
That you are lying about work, and you have no propensity for it at all.
Oh, no.
You have no propensity to work whatsoever. You cannot enter the World Union like this. You would not want to work and harm our system.
Did I fail?
I'm afraid, yes. Your responses to my questions scientifically proved that you are not a fit person for the World Union Society right now. I formally declare that you failed this security screening. But you may enter the academy again, and I suggest you focus better on your work ethics and economic classes next time. You are eligible for a second chance. Goodbye, Shakira, and good luck.
Poor Shakira. I hope she pulls herself together soon. I think she has a good chance of making it into the Union next time.
What's up, Julius?
Oh, Phoenix. How are you, dear?
I'm fine. How are the classes going?
Very good. I am certain that I will pass all of them this year.
Including the physical education classes?
Yes, them too. Can't you tell? I lost a lot of weight.
Yes, I can see that. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like you made enough progress just yet.
Oh, Phoenix, it is enough. I will pass all my classes and meet you at the security screening.
Right. You have to exercise a lot and study a lot before the security screening interview. You know.
Yes, Phoenix, I know.
Plus, I suggest you graduate soon, because the World Union Immigration and Naturalization Authority might be introducing a maximum age soon. Maximum age to enter the academies all around the world.
That does not matter, Phoenix. Adrianopolis Academy will never get rid of me, because I am an exception.
Julius, you know there are no exceptions in our system. Everybody gets treated fair and square.
No. I am an exception, because I have a big army.
Oh, brother. The nutty general talk again. See you later, Julius.
The armies of the mighty general took the enemy by surprise. They opened fire from every direction, slaughtering them within hours. It was a great victory for the general. His fame would endure forever.
This door leads to an ancient library, full of archaic books. Some are even handwritten. Wow, look at all those dusty books. I wonder if I can find anything useful here to translate that handwritten scribble. That looks like an ancient dictionary. I should capture this image. Maybe I can use it to decipher the text I found behind Bogdanov's photo. Many of these books are left from the glory times of the great religions. Poor people. They didn't even have the right to choose their religion. Whereas now, people can choose the religion they want from thousands of New Age religion kits. It's a name list, but who are these people? I think it's time to report my findings to Chief Morrison. I have some important facts to discuss, Chief. As I was looking through a 2D photo album of Bogdanov's, I found this handwritten scribble behind one of the pictures. I managed to translate the scribbles, and they revealed a list of names.
A list of what names?
I didn't recognize any of them, Chief. Should I check them out?
No, it's probably just a list of his friends in Russia.
But some of the names appear to be World Union names, rather than Russian.
So what? We cannot access personal information of our citizens in absence of a proven link to our case.
I see your point, Chief. Chief, Bogdanov's scribble also contains a 7-digit number. I've no idea what it means.
What is it?
386-5959.
I don't know. But I'll get Julio to check our census databases. I only have a little time. Continue.
Kati Stavropoulos told me that Bogdanov was cared for by his late grandparents during his childhood. Apparently, he loved them deeply. According to Kati, Bogdanov was very fortunate that he did not develop neurotic behavior during this period, in absence of any qualified care. Both Larissa Lukin and Kati Stavropoulos confirm that Bogdanov had a strong bond with his late biological grandparents.
So, it's normal for a man who was raised in the Rogue States to have that kind of connection to his biological relatives, whether they are parents or grandparents. What are you getting at?
Well, I just remembered that Bogdanov had a 2D photo album at his office, and in it there was a picture of an older couple and a little boy. I wonder if it was Bogdanov and his grandparents in that photo.
What's the point, Phoenix? Stop babbling.
Pierre Deville claims that he and Bogdanov had a 50-50 partnership in their art consultancy business. Apparently, Pierre provided creativity, and Bogdanov dealt with sales and marketing. Pierre added that they shared everything, even Stephen.
Pierre sounds like a very trusting partner. I wonder who was dealing with the accounting.
I'm pretty sure it was Bogdanov, Chief. Pierre didn't strike me as a finance wizard. Fabian told me that he knew Bogdanov pretty well, and that they often engaged in conversation. Apparently, Fabian has a very sympathetic ear.
I have nothing further to mention at this time. What should I wear?
Hello, Fabian. It's me again.
Oh, welcome back, Officer Wallace.
It seems to me that you and Mr. Bogdanov got along very well, and had a lot to talk about.
I guess you can say that, Officer Wallace. You was a good customer and a great person.
How can you tell he was a great person?
He was always very warm and friendly. Also, he was very generous, if you know what I mean. By the way, Miss Wallace, excuse me for not asking earlier, would you care for a refreshing cocktail?
I guess I could. It's a good time for a cocktail.
Yes, it is. I suggest our special of the day,
Which is?
our new fabulous mix called Sunset at Sarasota.
Sounds intriguing. I'll take one.
With pleasure. Let me prepare it for you.
Oh, that looks awesome. How much do I owe you?
That would be $10, ma'am.
PA, pay the Stardust Club $25.
Thank you, very generous of you. I am at your service anytime, Officer Wallace.
Did Mr. Bogdanov ever mention his relationships with his friends?
Sure, he was a man with connections.
What do you mean, connections?
It seemed that Mr. Bogdanov could connect with anybody. The man made friends like bees make honey.
Is that right?
Yeah, I called him the social butterfly. He could be at a different table each night. He could buddy up with even our most reserved clients here.
Very interesting to hear that. Which social group do your clients usually belong to?
They are mostly devotees, la crème de la crème of our union.
That's interesting. Do you know the HDI of Mr. Bogdanov?
Well, he never mentioned it, but he was a devotee, wasn't he?
As a matter of fact, he was a disciple with an HDI index of only 70.
Good one, Officer Wallace. I like your sense of humor.
I'm not trying to be funny.
What? I've been a bartender for 20 years. I know how to tell a devotee from a disciple.
You heard me right. The number is 70.
I'll be damned. He sure had me fooled. But how can you explain his comfortable manners with all the devotees? They don't tend to let you in their circle unless you are one of them.
Your guess is as good as mine. Was there anything in particular that Mr. Bogdanov liked about this place?
Well, of course there are me and my cocktails. But then again, I need to admit the main attractions are not behind the bar here.
Really? What are the main attractions?
We have fabulous dance shows at late hours. Officer Wallace and all of our clients watch these shows fervently.
Fervently? Any particular reason?
Sure, we have the best dancers in Eastern Europe.
What kind of dancers?
Oh, we have dancers with many different dancing styles. Modern, classical, exotic, you name it.
I should check them out sometime.
You are certainly welcome to, but you won't be as impressed as our male clientele.
And why not?
Because our dancers are exclusively women, and voluptuous they are.
Sounds very appealing, if you happen to be a man. Thanks for the information. I shouldn't take more of your time today, but I might come back with more questions later.
Certainly, Officer Wallace.